This comes out of that too. Spot C. I mean, I didn't know.
Surprise.
Surprise. That might be the only one. That might be. All right. It was a little bit of surprise, but I know. It's okay.
It has to be.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
All right. A few minutes after 5 o'clock, and we will go ahead and call the Troy City Council meeting for May the 24th to order. If you'll all please rise for a brief invocation and then our pledge of allegiance. Dear Lord, we come before you again with humble and grateful hearts, grateful for the opportunity to represent our constituents in the great city of Troy. We especially ask you today and thank you for the many blessings you've bestowed upon this city and our area, and we ask you for continued guidance. Now please lead us and guide us in everything we say and do, and make it be pleasing unto your sight. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
If you'll face the flag, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated. Got a good agenda this evening, and we will work through it and for the good of everybody in our city. But if the clerk will please note that all of our members are present. And council, you have before you the minutes of the previous meeting. If there are no additions or corrections to those minutes, a motion to approve is in order.
So moved.
By Mr. Meeks, seconded by Ms. Moultrie. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Any abstentions? Hearing none, the minutes are approved. Thank you. Council, you have the agenda before you for tonight's meeting. If there are no additions or revisions to that agenda, a motion to approve is in order. By Ms. Baker, seconded by
Second.
Ms. McSwain Holly. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Any abstentions? Hearing none, the agenda is approved. Thank you. If the clerk will please note that we do not have any committee reports this evening, except for the executive committee did meet at 4 o'clock upstairs to cover our agenda items. And all of our members were present as well. All right. First item on the agenda, Resolution 2022-75, Summer Feeding Program. This is pretty much a housekeeping item measure for us this evening, and a very good program that we want to continue here in our community. Mayor, is there anything you want to add regarding
I'd just like to thank Ms. Jan Baxter-Lee for being here. She heads up that program for us and does a great job. And we've been able to have this program for many years, and it provides a very needed service to our community.
Ditto. Any questions, comments from the council regarding this program or this resolution? If not, is there a motion to approve? By Ms. Moultrie, seconded by Ms. McSwain Holland. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Any abstentions? Hearing none, the resolution is agreed to. Thank you, council, and thank you for what you do to run this program and the assistance it provides our constituents. Thank you. All right, next item on the agenda, Resolution 2022-76, a Memorandum of Understanding with Conecuh Ridge. Mr. Chandler. Can you provide us a brief explanation of the resolution, please?
Yes, sir. This is an agreement between the city, primarily the utilities department, and Connector Ridge Distillery, the Clyde May Distillery that's being built up here on Trojan Way. It covers the installation of water, sewer, and electric utilities on that property. Essentially, it just lines out that they're going to install water and wastewater sewer facilities, and then after they're completed and they meet our specifications, then the city will take ownership of part of those. The electric facilities on property will be installed by the city with our own crews. This is typically what we do on projects like this and subdivisions and things of that nature. It just spells it out, and it essentially is a binding agreement that they'll do their part and will install it to our specifications using our materials and our things, so that when the city takes ownership of it later, it will all meet our specs, and so it will become part of city facilities long term down the road.
All right. Questions or comments for Mr. Chandler regarding this resolution and this MOU? If not, is there a motion to approve? By Ms. Baker, seconded by? Second. Mr. Meeks. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Any abstentions? Hearing none, the resolution is agreed to. Thank you. Next item is Resolution 2022-77, a professional services agreement with Electric Cities of Georgia. Brian?
This is a training agreement between the city and the Electric Cities of Georgia organization. This is somewhat of a renewal or a continuing agreement. We've been participating under a very similar agreement for about 3 years now. They provide monthly safety and training services to the electric department employees, and then provide quarterly training to other utility department employees, as well as provide a pole attached and pole attachment contract negotiating service, as well as providing some software services. So this is essentially just a new term of this agreement going forward for 3 more years. We've been well pleased with the services. Our employees really have benefited from us being part of their services that they provide here, as well as the training classes that they offer at their own training facilities. There was about a less than a 10% increase in the primary monthly fees. That amount and this whole agreement using our budget and any of those services did not increase in price. It's something we've been well pleased and well satisfied with in the past 4 years. Yes, ma'am. Didn't notice, thank you.
All right. Any questions or comments for Ryan regarding this resolution? If not, is there a motion to approve? So moved. By Mr. Meeks, seconded by?
Second.
Ms. Moultrie. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Any abstentions? Hearing none, the resolution is agreed to. Thank you, Council.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Can I ask you a question about what happened to the transformer this week? One of the lights on it.
Where
Oh, last day.
I don't know, but I'll find out and get back to you.
Oh, I just thought maybe somebody had a rig or something, that's all.
Was that
It went
Sunday,
out.
early Sunday evening?
It was Sunday.
Yeah.
The trains blew and maybe caught some trees on fire.
Oh, on Montgomery Street? Yeah, there was a, that
It
night
comes
was,
from where I stay.
well, it is, but there's certain things, you know, that tree fell on the line up there,
Okay.
so that's.
That's what happened.
Yes, ma'am. Tree fell on it, so we had to go over there, and our guys had to cut it off and get the power back up.
I didn't think y'all, it was not long, but I was just wondering what happened.
No, that's what it was right there, yeah, tree fell on it when that line storm, that wind come through, and put it over, so that's what happened.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am.
Thank you. All right. The next item on our agenda is Resolution 2022-78, which is a transportation program authorizing resolution. Dante, you'll give us a description of the resolution, please.
This resolution covers the City of Troy Pike County Transit System. It's fiscal year 2023 budget year. Past couple years we had been funded by CARES Act, funded. Now fiscal year 2023 is going back to the regular format, which is 50-50 operations and 80-20 average. And this basically covers my whole the city of Troy, old bike area transit systems budget year.
All right, and this first item here is the authorizing resolution for us to continue with the program
Yes, sir.
as it is. Any questions, comments regarding this particular resolution? If not, is there?
When does it start, Henry? October or is it already started? Does it start October?
October first.
All right, any other questions? If not, is there a motion to approve? By Ms. Moultrie, seconded by? Second, 2022-79, which is authorizing the local matching funds for PATS. So Dante, you briefly covered it, but do it again. Be convenient for.
50/50 for operations, where they cover, feds cover 50% of our operations budget, and we cover the other 50%. And on the admin side, the feds cover 80% of that budget, and we cover 20%.
All right, and that's a total of, is that the 344,980? All right.
That's the whole county share, correct?
That's for the local share. Our local shares, which is City of Troy, Pike County Commission, and City of Branch.
What's our share? City of Troy?
0.404%. Oh, yeah, 0.47. She has that good number.
About 50%.
Yeah, right.
All right. With that information, are there any other questions or comments for Dante regarding this resolution? If not,
$162,382.08, maybe 9 cents.
all right.
But the whole number is in there because we're the entity
Yeah.
that.
That's old.
That's right. All right.
You need to add a number, Vic.
Man, I didn't hear
Add a number, Vic, when you come in.
Before Ms.
you. Wait on
Moultrie,
you.
before Ms. Moultrie gets on me too much, is there a motion to approve the resolution? By Ms. McSwain Holland, is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Mr. Meeks. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Any abstentions? Hearing none, the resolution is agreed to. Thank you, council.
Thank y'all.
All right.
Boy, I know.
Guess who's next? All right. The next item is Resolution 2022-80, which is authorizing the purchase of waste cars. Vaughn, thank you.
I'm here seeking authorization to purchase 300 blue garbage cans,
Thank you.
carts for the city of Troy. They will be purchased through the Omnia purchasing contract at the price of $20,500.
Sitting in budget.
It is.
So we've expanded, so we need some more, you're replacing something.
We're replacing some, and also one of the locomotive home parts has increased there a lot in the trailer, so we're having to fund those. I mean, put cars there as well.
All right. The authorizing resolution says waste carts, and for some of us, that's a garbage can, is what I call it. So, all right. Is there a motion to approve the resolution?
So,
By Ms. Moultrie, seconded by
Second.
Ms. Baker. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Any abstentions? Hearing none, the resolution is agreed to. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you, Dawn. Appreciate your work. All right. Next item on the agenda is Resolution 2022-81, which is a professional services agreement with Goodwin Mills and Kaywood for Academy Street Gym. Mayor?
Yes, and what we have here is we've got 2 separate agreements. At this time, we'll have one more in the coming weeks. But basically, these have to be separated. The first one that you're going to take action on is related to the gym. As y'all know, we had to close the gym based on some environmental issues. This will take care of that. This is again a professional services contract with Goodwin Mills and Kaywood. Goodwin Mills and Kaywood was selected for the next thing that you're going to come on. We're going to use them for everything since they're already a part of the CDBG grant. So this first agreement is related to the gym itself.
All right, excuse me. Questions or comments for the mayor regarding this particular resolution? If not, is there a motion to approve? By Ms. McSwain Holland. Is there a second?
Second.
By Ms. Baker. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Any abstentions? Hearing none, the resolution is agreed to. Thank you. The next item is Resolution 2022-82, which is a professional services agreement with Goodwin Mills and Haywood for classrooms for Academy Street. Mayor?
Yes, and this is the community development block grant portion of the construction and the architectural services related to them. So when we get done with everything, our anticipation is that we will be able to completely redo all of Academy Street except for the basement area under the gym. And we'll probably have to do a bid with, we'll probably have to bid an option on the second floor of the main Academy Street building to determine, cost and that sort of, that situation related to how much of that we can do on the second floor. And by the time we're done, the gym will be operational and renovated. The auditorium will be operational and renovated. The first floor will be operational and renovated. Hopefully the second floor will be, but it's unlikely because of the cost that we'll be able to do anything related to the basement area, as I would call it, under the gym. There were some classrooms under the gym, and because of environmental issues and some other things. But that's the only portion that will not be finished when we're done, is the part underneath the gym.
Mayor, so in this process, this is also including, before any work can be done, the abatement of the buildings, correct?
Yes, and the environmental process is part of all of this. We're in the process of, we have an environmental agency that's doing part of this. As you know, we've already done the bats. Then we will do we're in the process of doing the mitigation. So we'll get the final number on that. We expect that to be a high cost, but we do have it budgeted in this year's budget to take care of all of the environmental mitigation. And then we'll be able to move into the construction phase to take care of everything that I've talked about. But I don't want anybody to think that the only thing that we will not likely bid is the portion underneath the gym.
And we have to get the architectural aspect out of the way, that's time. That's gonna take time.
Exactly. We're gonna have to, we've got to get the plans before we can do it. But this starts that process. I know we've all been waiting a long time for this. This starts that process. It's going, and we'll have one more architectural agreement in the coming weeks. But these are done, and we will get moving forward with what we have.
All right, any other additional questions or comments regarding this resolution? If not, is there a motion to approve? By Ms. Moultrie, seconded by pick one, Shannon, Mr. Meeks and Ms. McSwain Holland. That's fine. All right, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Any abstentions? Hearing none, the resolution is agreed to. Thank you. Thank you, Mayor, and thank you, Council. All right, Resolution 2022-83, which is a community development block grant administrative services. Mayor, do you want to handle this one as well, or?
Yes.
Okay.
And this is the same, this is just the administrative part of this, will be done by South Central Alabama Development Commission. They'll manage the grant portion of this for us, as they do with all of our grants most of the time. As y'all know, we have a contract with them annually to do those kind of things. So yes, they will handle the grant portion of this. Make sure that we're in compliance. As y'all know, with federal money, there are a lot of hoops to jump through, and they take care of that for us.
All right, good. Questions or comments regarding this? Not, is there a motion to approve?
So I see this is pertaining to Academy Street as well.
Yes, this is
This is the CDBG portion this is handling the grant, which is about 10% of what we'll spend in total, maybe closer to 8%. But it's federal money, so we have to have somebody administer the grant.
And I'm sorry, in that second paragraph, it's also known as the School Academy Street School Renovation Project. So I failed to mention that, so thank you. All right, is there a motion to approve the resolution?
I made the motion.
Thank you. Ms. Moultrie, seconded by
Second.
Mr. Meeks. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Any abstentions? Hearing none, the resolution is agreed to. Thank you. All right. The next item is Resolution 2022-84, authorizing to negotiate lease and use of property. Mayor?
As y'all know, the 911 administrator and assistant have moved into a county building, the old, what we call the EMA building. I think that's is that where Joe Falk's office was years ago, Dickie? So it's, they've all moved there, so the office at the very back of what I call the Liberty National Building across from the police department is vacant. Congressman Barry Moore's office has requested an opportunity to have an office in Troy. It's the first time in many years, or in my memory, that we've had a member of Congress want to put an office in Troy to help people with, as it relates to federal issues, whether they be veterans and Social Security or different, any type of federal issues. So they have obviously Congress and federal government have a process to go through, and this will be something that we'll, if y'all approve, that I'll begin to work on and then bring back to you at a later date. But I think it would be, there have been offices in Montgomery, Greenville, and Volusia, Dothan, different areas through the years. This is an opportunity for us to have a congressional office here in Troy. So, and it's in a vacant space that we are not or have any immediate plans to use.
All right. Any questions or comments for the mayor regarding this particular lease? If not, is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
By Mr. Meeks, seconded by Ms. Moultrie. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Any abstentions? Hearing none, the resolution is agreed to. Thank you, council. That concludes our resolution section, but the next item on our agenda is Ordinance 432, declaring a temporary moratorium on multifamily development. And Ms. Sanders, do you want to give us a second reading of the moratorium, or?
I can if you like.
That would be great.
This ordinance is for a temporary moratorium on the application for construction of, extension of, and or addition of multifamily developments, including but not limited to developments containing one or more multifamily structures, apartments, triplexes, duplexes, condominiums, or other form of ownership of operations, including multifamily group developments and or cottage housing developments where there's more than one single-family dwelling and or single dwelling unit on a lot or parcel. It will not affect any multifamily developments which have, prior to the date of publication if this ordinance is approved, that's received written site plan approval from the City of Troy Planning and Zoning Administrator. This will also not impact the revitalization, remodeling, or maintenance of any existing multifamily developments as long as such does not increase the number of dwelling units. This moratorium will not affect or impact any new or proposed single-family homes on a single lot or a duplex on a single lot in the city, meeting the requirements of the zoning ordinance without any variance or special exceptions required. There is also a clause for non-conforming lots of record to allow for single-family homes on those lots with any required variance for that. In order to continue to promote the revitalization and vitality of downtown Troy and commercial corridors, this moratorium will not affect or impact any new or proposed mixed-use building with residential or lodging options on upper floors within the C3, C2, and C1 zoning districts, provided that the street-level floor of any such structure is constructed, designed, improved, and or used as one or more non-residential, non-lodging use, which is permitted in that district. This moratorium directs the city staff to study the current mix of housing stock, the impact of existing and increased multiple unit developments, and current zoning regulations associated with such within the City of Troy, and make recommendations as to the monitoring, license, permitting, zoning, land use development, and or regulation of multi-unit developments.
All right, council, you have been given the second reading of this ordinance. And if there are no questions or comments from the council regarding this, now's the time for you to ask. If not, is there a motion to approve the ordinance? Go ahead.
So basically, what that is saying is, and you said it would do a study to determine whether we're overpopulated with apartment complexes.
It's going to give us time to look at regulations and procedures that we can put in place. Right now, we don't have anything that helps us monitor the amount of rental properties, the amount of multifamily, so it'll allow us to research how many multifamily developments we have out there, how many dwelling units there are, see the occupancy rate of those, to do that research and planning so that we can make educated decisions and make sure that any new development doesn't cause negative impact to our infrastructure.
All right, any other questions or comments from the council? Is there a motion to approve the ordinance? By Ms. Moultrie, seconded by
Second.
Ms. McSwain Holland. All those in favor of ordinance 432 signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Any abstentions? Hearing none, the ordinance is approved. Thank you. All right, we do not have any appointments this evening. Thank you, Ms. Sanders, for that description. We do not have any appointments this evening. Mayor, we welcome your comments and report.
Unless y'all have any questions, I don't have any.
All right, questions for the mayor at this particular time from the council? If not, Ms. McSwain Holland.
I just wanted to remind District 1 that our cleanup month is coming up rapidly, June, so if you got things that you need to clear out on your property, now's the opportunity to do that. And also this opportunity to thank Mr. Daniels and his employees and all the other city employees for all the work that you're doing to make this city a great, clean, peaceful city. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Bates.
Again, I'd like to congratulate all the graduates. I believe Charles Hudson has graduation Thursday. I'd like to say good luck to all of them.
Thank you, sir. Ms. Baker.
As hopefully everyone knows, today is a primary election day, so if you have voted, I see lots of stickers. Thank you to those that have voted. If you haven't, you've got until 7 o'clock. I specifically want to say to District 4, there has been some polling location changes this morning. I was on the phone with our board of registers. They were wonderful about getting that information out to me. But if you live along Henderson Highway, Town and Country, Smart Road in that area, it is possible that your polling location has changed. So call the board registers before you go, but please do go. Mayor, happy birthday. You had a big one since we last met. Happy Memorial Day. I'm sure that you will be talking about this upcoming event, but
You're welcome to, if you'd like.
I do want to wish a happy Memorial Day, and our thoughts are with the families of those that have fallen protecting our freedoms. So that's all I have.
Thank you, Ms. Moultrie.
We have 5 more days maybe for District 5 cleanup, so let's take advantage of it. And they'll move anything. That's right, Ken? Put it out there, we'll move it. Almost anything. All right. But you know, your response time in cleaning up is always appreciated. So we thank you. Brian, thank you for giving the lights back on. You know, it's just the city about trying to do things better. As we go, we get better. And so I thank the mayor for his leadership. I thank my colleagues here on this council for understanding some things that I say sometimes. You know, I pray, you know, to get out of order, because things always indulge in you sometimes. That's all I got. I got it.
It's always my pleasure. Ms. Moultrie. All right, well, ditto what everybody said. This was a good agenda for this evening, and a lot of good things, and a lot of good things headed in the right direction. So thank you to the mayor, and thank you to my colleagues for continuing to move our city forward. Ms. Baker briefly mentioned it, but there will be a dedication ceremony of the John E. Brown Memorial Pathway out at Bicentennial Park on Sunday at 2:30 p.m. This is in honor of all who have served in Operation Iraqi Freedom in Afghanistan and around the world, war on terror after 9/11. But it's definitely fitting to name the pathway in honor of Johnny Brown. Known his family for quite some time, and couldn't think of anything better than to have this. So looking forward to that. I believe there'll also be an event on Memorial Day at Bicentennial Park that the American Legion does as well. So be sure to attend those if you would like. Memorial Day is set aside for those who have paid the ultimate sacrifice. And today is one of those things they paid the ultimate sacrifice for, and that's the right to go vote. And I know it's party primaries, but it's important for you to go exercise your constitutional right to vote in those primaries, whichever one you choose, whichever ballot you choose to take, go do it. It's what makes our country what it is and the best ever. So let's continue to do that. And with that, motion to adjourn is in order. Thank you, Ms. Moultrie. We are dismissed.